Hey, this is Aaron with the MVP coverage team doing a deck profile over the tournament-winning deck today, which was Macro Rabbit.
Which was yours and
piloted by me.
piloted by
Blickety blam. Okay, so first thing started off 2 Rescue Rabbit. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's Konami just releasing busted cards that have the word rescue in it, so not much explanation needed. Next would be the Dino package.
The vanillas. You gotta love them.
Yeah, a lot of people, this is pretty self-explanatory. For some reason, a lot of people go into Sabersaurus first, like in their opening Dino play, which I think is terrible. Like, I would much rather have 19 sticks in the deck than, like, having, like, 17s.
Yeah, especially when you're going to overlay with them. I mean, I totally agree.
Yeah. And it was good for, like, just, like, it's, like, early game, or, it wasn't early game, it was mid-game. Like, I ended up drawing into Sabersaurus and ended up, like, crashing into Thunder Kings. So, there's no reason to go into Sabersaurus first. What do we got next? Next, we have the Guaibas.
I would like to stop here and ask, why aren't you not running a Velo?
Why would I run a Velo?
Because it's
he's the 4th target?
Yeah, he's the 4th target.
What does a Velo do?
Well, when he is attacked, you can special summon a Guaiba. When he gets run over, you get special summon a Guaiba then.
Oh. He's level 4? Wow. I guess actually pretty good. I net decked most of it. Well, not most of it, but I get the...
Oh, there it is. You net decked it.
No. Well, I net decked it off of Joe. Joe from Alter Reality. Not necessarily necked it, but I, like, got the general skeleton. That's actually not bad. I have to take a look at it. Like, I think it's definitely not one of those cards you'd want to draw.
Well, if you...
Well, he's the one where... Yeah, I guess
when you do draw into it, then, boom.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'd have to give it a look, but yeah, these guys were... Guaiba's kind of gone in and out of love. Like, it was good, then it was bad, then it was good. It's basically just pretty meta-dependent. Today, he was clutch. Like, I played against a lot of decks that just did, like, early setup, like, they'd summon a small dude, and then, like, a good example was against Agents. Like, they brought all three Shine Balls, and then stacked 2 for Gotcha, and then left 1 out. So I'm like, oh, sweet, eat a Shine Ball. And then go into Dolphiologia. So that guy was really good. Next would be the Tour Guide Engine. Man, most of this stuff is just repetitive.
Yeah, exactly, because it's
Dino Rabbit. Basically, you play the 4 targets so you can get multiple Leviators off or whatever you need.
Exactly.
This guy was good. Like, you know,
yeah, Nidosailant's just good by itself, anyways.
Yeah, like there were multiplying to where if I had a choice between like grabbing if I knew I was just going to overlay, I'd just grab the Sangan, just because I knew actually. I don't know, I think that happened once or twice, like just based on game state and what was in my hand. Drawing in the Night Assailant later would actually be better, but most of the time, like you want to keep the Sangan live. Like you want the Sangan live in your deck. If it comes down to this, like okay, I have Tour Guide and I have these 2 options. Most of the time, you want to keep the Sangan in the deck. But like I had macro out, so like drawing the Sangan was just going to be terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
And he killed. I had macro out against Agents, and he was just beat me down with Christian. I'm just like, crap, well, you know, I need a top deck, and I drew the Night Assailant flip. Christian goes to the RFG, so it was pretty hot. Next would be Thunder King. A lot of people, especially Joe and a couple of guys he topped, weren't even playing Thunder King. Like they weren't main decking Thunder King. They were sideboarding 1 or 2. I definitely understand why, but like you're not going. Like, if it's between this or a normal Dino, I'd almost take the Thunder King almost every time.
Oh, of course.
Other than if you have a follow-up.
One has an effect, and 2 is 1900.
Yeah, it's Thunder King. Like, how many decks do you just jam Thunder King in? You're like, oh, well, I have 2 spots, I'll just play Thunder Kings. Like, this card's still insane. And he was really good, you know, with what I played today.
Yeah, especially for the spellbooks, if you do play it.
Yeah. And the 1 Reaper. It's basically just like, I've got a spot left, I'll just play Reaper.
And that's probably one of your main pro-techs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's a pro-tech necessarily, but he's as good. Like, he's just good at what he does. Like, if you get one of those bad hands, you can just sit on Reaper. It's like, all right, whatever. And then, like, if you've got a Soul Taker, or if you are able just to stabilize and get board position in your favor, then you can just get a fence, like, go on offense and just start poking cards out. And this guy was, you know, knocking out, I think, probably the 2 best was he knocked the BLS out and he knocked the Monster Reborn out. So, he was just good all day.
That in effect is level 3. So if you do not have a target for Tour Guide and you have 1 more in deck, then boom, you got that on the field.
Yeah. All right. Next would be spells. You got the 3 Forbidden Lance. This card combined with like the first thing that you definitely want to use them with is Guaibas. Like it's just like whatever. Get my get my other dino, just go in. The other thing was he was just good at protecting. Like there were plenty of times where I needed to run over a Thunder King, or if I needed to. A good example was I think he had a Hyperion on, and he was just kind of
Yeah, you had the Hyperion.
screwing over my field, and so I had a Thunder King, and I just lanced
Rammed
his
him.
Hyperion and just crashed, and then main phase 2 activated Reborn, grabbed his Hyperion. It was agents were definitely. I played agents twice a day, and
Was it the same person?
yeah, it was the same person. Once in Swiss when I lost, and then I beat him in the finals. Book, same thing. Just booking Christia, booking Thunder Kings, and then this combined with Waiba is still really good. 2 MST. I was gonna play the third when I talked about it last week, but I think the deck already has space issues for me trying to play Thunder Kings. So 2, and then I sideboard the third. Heavy, blah blah blah.
Power spells.
Yeah. And then to the trap lineup. 3 macro. A lot of people were playing 2, and I was just like, I'm bringing this in, like when I looked at all the other when I looked at the meta of tier 1 and tier 2 decks, I'm just like I'm gonna be bringing macro in on a lot of those, like the majority. So I might as well just main deck the third copy, and I don't think I played a deck all day. Like the nearest deck where I didn't necessarily want macro was against Prophecy, just because they don't really care about their monsters. It's just the spell books.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like you're getting rid of spell books, and like Josh, who
Yeah,
did the
you
deck
can
profile,
rid of-
he was main decking 4 hand traps,
Yeah.
or he was main decking 2 Veil or 2 Max C. And so
Maxi, Gores, and Trigati.
yeah, and he opened up double Max C. I flipped the macro, and he had no answer for it, so he was just sitting on these 2 dead Max Cs. And then against everybody else, I played against Junk, Plants. Yeah, it was Junk, Plants, and then I played against Agents. This was really good to get it against Agents. Inzectors, like macro is just really solid, and I really like playing the third. Next, 2 Phoenix Chain. You play the chains because if you're playing RFG, you don't want to get stuck with dead Veilers in hand, and chains is really good right now. Like I'd rather, I'd like to stop the effect and stop the attack too. So this was relevant like all day. I definitely wanted this over Veiler.
Mm-hmm.
Next would be staples: 2 bottomless, 2 torrential, 2 D prison. Starlight. I was really questioning Starlight through like most of the tournament. It just had nothing, like just no activations. So many times I drew it. There were a lot of times I just sideboarded it out because I needed spots. The only time it was relevant was game 1 of the finals, where I was overextending a little bit, just trying to draw a torrential because I was about to go into a Logia, so I went into double dino, and they had the torrential for it, and I had the Starlight, and just took it from there. And then the Solemn Brigade. So nothing too terribly crazy.
Yeah, nothing too special. Then
Yeah, I mean, it's still Dino Rabbit.
It's running like, what, 42 cards?
Yeah, I'm running 42. I usually run 41, 42, just because it's not going to be that much difference. Like, everybody's like, oh, you need to run 40 so you get the, the most value, or the most likely
odds.
chance of getting to the rabbits. And, a lot of people cling to that argument, and it's just false logic. Like, yeah, it's going to increase it, but, like, by point, I think the math was, like, 0.03% or something ridiculous. So I'll take bringing in 1 or 2 extra cards, and that gives me more space for sideboarding, or more leeway sideboarding, than increasing my chance of drawing the rat or the rabbit by something that's not going to be statistically relevant. Sideboard 2 maxis. Even though I am gonna even though we are main decking and sideboarding Graveyard Hate, you still want maxis because there's a lot of decks that you're not going to be. There's some decks that you're just going to be bringing in. Not a lot, but you're just not going to want the RFG.
Yeah, that and the fact that when you do have the maxi and you don't have the macro, then would you rather...
Yeah, it's not like when you draw your opening hand, macro is going to be automatically on the field. There's going to be a lot of times where you just don't draw it, but you still want that protection with maxi or any kind of hand. I think maxi was the only hand trap I had, but that's part of the argument against Thunder King. Is it's like, well, if you're playing macro, if you've got Thunder King and a macro on the field, Thunder King's useless. No, he's not useless. He's still a 1900 stick, and you can't search your deck. Exactly. And that macro, and that Thunder King will not be on the field the whole entire game. Like, one of them are going to go, and they're both, once one goes, the other becomes better, etc., etc. So Maxi was definitely in the deck. 2 Snowman Eaters. That's mostly for the mirror match, and basically a big beatdown, like mirror match. Chaos Dragons, just anything that's kind of a pain to deal with.
And Christia, it's another one of those
eats up
cards
Christia. I actually didn't bring in Snowman for Christia. Like, my sideboard was so stacked with Agent Hate that it was just like Snowman was completely irrelevant. I should have brought him in. There was too much good stuff. Like against, I was trying to figure out what to sideboard out against agents, and I had such a hard time because the main deck is so good for that matchup that it's fine. Next would be Double Mind Crush. Yet again, something that we've been harping on for a while. And just like Josh, like just didn't use it all day.
Yeah.
I think
of course it's gonna be sometimes you use it, sometimes you don't. But I mean, again,
well, I brought it in. I brought it in against Prophecy, which is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really didn't play any other. I think I brought him in against. Inzektor for just because I needed spots, and I was like, I'd rather
that. I mean, and with Centipede, I mean,
yeah,
it's pretty obvious. I mean, they're most 90% of the time they're gonna add Gigamantis, Dragonfly, or Hornet.
Yeah.
If they don't already have it.
Yeah, and it was like I needed spots, and it was the most logical to bring in. So, brought against what is it? Inzektor, Prophecy. You know, if I played Mermail, then these would have been auto include against Mermail. Next, Double Soul Taker. Yet again for the big boss monsters, Light Pulsar, Christia, get out of here. I played the 1D Fidger just because I wanted the extra RFG hate.
Yeah, especially since I mean, it's like, oh well, okay, 3 MSTs. Well, let's just have this 4th one right here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not going to go through all 4 of them, but I'd like to see the 4th one or the 4th RFG at some point. Next would be the Reaper, just easy sit on it versus Chaos Dragons, agents, whatever, until I can sculpt my hand a little bit. Needle Sealing for windups. Didn't see windups at all today, so woohoo. I don't know if you bring those. I don't know if you bring in Needle Sealing against Mermail.
It doesn't really spam. I would think of something that would
spam. Well, it kind of spams with their diva plays and get kind of nutty, or when they're trying to overextend.
But usually it's not. Normally they get up to 3 roughly, and then
yeah. Because what is it? Yeah, 3, and then you're set saying it on the field or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'd bring him in against Mermail, Sean, the guy who won the YCS Seattle. I think it was Seattle. He won Seattle, and he was like, "Oh, you need to bring this in against." No, I think he got second. He was in the finals against Mermail. And he's like, "Oh, you should definitely bring this in." It won me game 3 against Mermail and top whatever. So I haven't tested it out against it. Third Thunder King, just because Thunder King's amazing.
If anyone says that it isn't, you should just be punched in the face.
Yeah, you just bring him in against almost everything. Sick Mermail deck. Turn 1 Thunder King, have fun searching anything at all. Just too many decks that searches.
Yeah, too many decks. It probably would have screwed up my deck a little bit too.
Yeah. Extra back row hate, MST and Dust Tornado. Probably should have been a second Dust Tornado in here, but nobody successfully got off a rivalry or any kind of goes and match off me, so it didn't really matter.
You just wanted it just for the extra caution.
Yeah, because I mean, Dino Rabbit gets boned by cards like that. If you want to sit there with your, with cards in your hand not doing anything, it's probably because there's a rivalry or there's a ghost match. And the MVP of the sideboard, this card is terrible. This card should not be played by anyone ever, but it did so much work. So literally, it was like, man, I really want another Angel hate, and it was either bring this in, bring this to Tsukiyomi, or Leeching the Light. I wasn't a huge fan of Leeching the Light, because it was just kind of like a one nut kill, whatever. It's just kind of a one shot, but if you can get this thing on the field and you can protect it, you just gotta keep it locking down. It's
what was it for the final?
I took down a Christia.
Just topped it, winning.
Yeah, I top decked Destroyer to take out a Christia, and then he had to. Oh, he was contemplating blowing the 3 fairies in his hand, because we were top decking, and I had Destroyer, and then he had double Herald and another fairy.
He actually had 3 Heralds in his hand.
It was 3 Heralds.
All 3 Heralds were in his hand.
Oh, it's so bad. So what he was going to do was he was going to summon the Herald, attack, and Justice's effect has to activate. So when it goes to activate, he was going to diss the 2 Heralds from his hand to blow up the Destroyer. But he's like, no, it's terrible play. It's the worst line ever. So he just ended up soul taking it.
Well, that and the fact I'm pretty sure it was. You also had a macro on the field, so he couldn't do it anyways.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that he would have done it when he had 3 Heralds in his hand.
And then I remember he was trying to figure it out, and he's like, "Oh, macro's on the field. I can't even do anything." So that's a sideboard. It's don't Like, don't play this card. This card's so
Don't
bad.
play it. It's only good against
Well, like
agents. Even then, it's very temperamental.
Well, we were in the wind-up thread on DGZ, and everybody's like, oh, we need, agents are such a boon. Like, we have to figure out a way to deal with this deck. And, like, everybody without doubt, every, like, 15 or 20 pages, somebody's like, oh, hey, there's this card I found. Somebody on DN used me. It's called Core Destroyer. It's like, no. Look back 10 pages. We have gone over this card literally a million times.
No.
I just didn't want to bring in Tsukuyomi. So.
I mean, the only reason why it's that bad is because it only targets late monsters.
Yeah, like, it's so narrow, it's ridiculous. But, I mean, so is Leeching the Light.
Yeah.
But, now the extra deck, double Leviair, just because, like, you definitely want to grab
you want your
rabbits in.
Leviair plays for
Yeah.
rabbits.
That. Whatever.
Those.
Tempo's still a boss. Bye-bye Zen mains.
And the Zen mains.
Yeah.
Hello.
And it's like the love-hate relationship. It's like the odd couple. I hate you. I love you. Brr.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know. We got the Dinos, Tulagia.
You have issues, sir.
Yeah, probably. It's late. A lot of skill. Like, I was kind of surprised. A lot of skill. Because today was the very first time I've ever piloted Macro Rabbit. And I was not disappointed.
Don't forget, it's also pretty generic decks.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty autopilot.
Yeah.
It's either, well, yes and no. Like, I didn't have any, I had in top 4, I had the typical, like, LOL, open up double rabbit tour guide. Yeah, like, what, okay. But other than that, like, I had to grind through all my matches. A lot of skill actually goes into, like, I was kind of surprised. Like, you actually have to think quite a bit over if you should be going into Logia or Dolko, because, like going into the wrong one at a certain time will just, like, screw you over completely. Yeah. So you have to base it on game state, what they're playing, what's in your hand, what's on your side of the field. So most of the time, like, my matches are all really quick, but most of the time, like, you have to put some serious thought into what you're going into.
It's all autopilot until you have to pick the Volzark.
That's basically what it was. It's all auto. That's not all, but, like, no deck's completely autopilot.
Yeah.
Other than Six Samurai, Nizar Samurai. But even on the Nationals, man. No, but, like, even Six, like, I don't think there's any deck that's truly brainless.
Right.
Including Six Samurai. Like, as derpy as Six Samurai was, there was still a lot of thought into it.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, definitely. Same thing here. Like, like, this guy is infinitely better than this guy. Like, I love Dolka. Dolka's just like whatever.
Dolka's so much better than Logia, but if you want to be able to have all 5 of your back rows and
it's like,
want to protect them,
it's like, well, this stops power spells and your big boss monsters, but this stops, like, all the monsters that do extra work, like, that do the work to get your engine going. So I'd rather.
Like
but yeah, like, if I've got Solemn, if I've got Warning, Fiendish Chain, yeah, of course I'm going into Logia.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. If I've got Bottomless. If I've got Bottomless Torrential, then I'm probably going into Dolka just so I can, I want that protection. I want one to do one thing and the other back rows to do other. Utopia, Maestroke. Cowboy, Pebble Operative. This is simple. Cowboy's just good. We've been harping on that for a while. And the last one would be the Stardust because I'm playing Starlight Road. And he was relevant. I think I got it off once. Other than that, it was kind of just stuck there, but it was really good. So yeah, there's not really a ton that you can do to innovate with this deck. It's just kind of already there. Basically, the only thing you can do is just add in, like, your cute text here and there, which that gives you a leg up over the meta. But other than that, that's it. So this is Aaron from the MVP coverage team signing off. Go ahead and rate, subscribe, comment, and we should have a video. We should have the tournament report video up this week. So go ahead and take a look at that. All right, thanks, guys. Later.